In the vast expanse of our night sky, nestled within the constellation Orion, lies a star that has captivated humanity's imagination for centuries. This star, Betelgeuse, is not just any star, it's a red supergiant, a behemoth among the celestial bodies, dwarfing our sun by sheer magnitude and mass. To grasp its size, imagine this. Betelgeuse is roughly 950 times larger than our sun. If placed at the center of our solar system, it would engulf Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and stretch nearly to Jupiter. This star, a cosmic giant, has been a beacon for astronomers, a source of endless curiosity, and lately a cause for profound concern. In recent years, Betelgeuse has been behaving unusually. Once a vibrant, steady light in our sky, it has started to dim, dramatically so. This dimming, coupled with violent vibrations detected within the star, has led to widespread speculation. Some experts believe that Betelgeuse might be nearing the end of its life, poised to explode in a supernova. The thought of witnessing a supernova in our lifetime is both thrilling and terrifying. But what if this isn't the beginning of a spectacular explosion, but rather something even more ominous? What if Betelgeuse is not about to explode outward, but instead is collapsing inward? To understand the magnitude of what might be happening, we need to delve into the nature of Betelgeuse itself. This star is one of the largest we know of, a colossal entity burning brightly in the sky just 650 light-years away from Earth. Its massive size and relatively close proximity make it a unique object of study. Yet with such size comes a great cost. Stars like Betelgeuse have short lifespans, at least in cosmic terms. They burn through their nuclear fuel at a prodigious rate, living fast and dying young. Betelgeuse is a ticking time bomb, with the end of its life cycle potentially culminating in a supernova. When a star like Betelgeuse runs out of hydrogen to burn, it begins fusing helium into heavier elements like carbon and oxygen. This process continues, with the star creating ever heavier elements until it reaches iron. At this point, the star can no longer generate energy through fusion, and without the outward pressure to counteract gravity, it begins to collapse in on itself. This collapse, if it happens, would be both awe-inspiring and catastrophic. The core of Betelgeuse would implode, followed by a massive explosion, one that would outshine entire galaxies for a brief moment. The energy released in such an event is almost unimaginable, equivalent to the power of 10 billion suns. It's a force of nature that could reshape the cosmos around it, leaving behind a neutron star or possibly even a black hole. But Betelgeuse's story doesn't end with its potential for a supernova. This star has been a subject of fascination for millennia. Ancient Chinese astronomers observed it as far back as the 2nd century BC, noting its distinct yellow hue, a detail that stands out in historical records. By the 2nd century AD, Greco-Roman astronomers like Ptolemy described Betelgeuse as an orangish or ruddy star, a description that aligns with our modern observations. These accounts from different civilizations, spanning centuries, show a star that has always been peculiar, always on the brink of something extraordinary. Fast forward to recent times, and Betelgeuse is once again surprising us. In late 2019, it began to dim to levels never before recorded. This sudden dimming sparked a flurry of activity among astronomers. Was this the sign that Betelgeuse was about to go supernova? The answer, it seems, is more complex. The leading theory is that Betelgeuse expelled a significant amount of material, creating a cloud of dust that temporarily obscured its light from our view. But this is only part of the story. Some scientists suggest that Betelgeuse might have swallowed a large object, possibly a planet, causing this dimming event. Others believe that massive sunspots or shifts in its internal structure might be at play. In early 2020, after weeks of intense speculation, Betelgeuse stopped dimming and even began to brighten again. This unpredictability has only added to the star's mystique. Imagine the surprise of scientists when, after stabilizing for over 10 days, Betelgeuse suddenly ceased its dimming and returned to its previous brightness. It's as if the star itself is toying with us, revealing just enough to keep us guessing, but never enough to solve the puzzle. As Betelgeuse returned to its usual brightness, another theory emerged. Researchers using advanced measurements proposed that the dimming was caused by massive star spots, giant regions of turbulent activity on the star's surface, similar to sunspots but on a far grander scale. These spots could have been large enough to reduce Betelgeuse's overall brightness significantly, explaining the mysterious dimming without needing to invoke a supernova. But let's not forget the other signs that suggest Betelgeuse might be nearing the end of its life. The star exhibits two cycles of dimming and brightening, one of which occurs every 5 years and lasts around 100 days. During these cycles, Betelgeuse's outer layers expand and contract, causing fluctuations in its diameter and temperature. These changes are typical of stars in the final stages of their life, inching ever closer to their ultimate fate. However, predicting when Betelgeuse will go supernova is incredibly challenging. Despite all our technological advances and the wealth of data we've collected, the exact timing remains a mystery. It could happen tomorrow, or it could be millions of years away. This uncertainty adds to the tension and excitement surrounding Betelgeuse. Every new observation could bring us one step closer to witnessing one of the most spectacular events in our galaxy. When Betelgeuse does eventually explode, it will be a sight like no other. The supernova will likely be visible during the day, rivaling the brightness of the full moon. For weeks, if not months, it will outshine almost everything else in the night sky. Imagine looking up and seeing a brilliant new light where Betelgeuse once was, casting shadows even in the middle of the night. Yet this spectacular display will be more than just a beautiful show. It will offer scientists a rare opportunity to study a supernova up close, to learn more about the life cycles of stars, and to understand the forces that shape our universe. But the effects of Betelgeuse's supernova won't just be confined to the night sky. The explosion will release a tremendous amount of energy, including neutrinos, tiny particles that barely interact with matter. We might detect a burst of these neutrinos before we even see the light from the supernova, giving us a brief but exciting warning that the event has occurred. As the supernova fades, it will leave behind a remnant, a glowing nebula of gas and dust that will slowly disperse over time. This remnant will be a lasting reminder of the star that once was, a beautiful but poignant symbol of the life and death of stars. In the grand scheme of things, Betelgeuse is a reminder of the ever-changing nature of the universe. It's a story of birth and death, of creation and destruction, all playing out on a cosmic scale. As we continue to observe Betelgeuse, we are not just watching a star, we are witnessing a chapter in the story of the universe itself, a story that has been unfolding for billions of years and will continue to do so long after we are gone. So what do we take away from this? Betelgeuse is not just a star, it's a mystery, a giant question mark hanging in the sky, challenging us to understand it. Its fate is a reminder of the fragility and impermanence of all things, even the stars. And while we may never know exactly when Betelgeuse will explode, we can be sure that when it does, it will be a moment that will be remembered for generations. As you gaze up at Orion tonight, think of Betelgeuse, that faintly red star at the hunter's shoulder. Know that you are looking at a cosmic titan, a star nearing the end of its life, and perhaps, one day soon, we will all witness the final, glorious act of Betelgeuse's existence. And when that day comes, the universe will be forever changed, and we will have been privileged to witness one of the greatest shows in the cosmos. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the cosmos. If you're as fascinated by the mysteries of the universe as we are, be sure to check out our other videos. Keep asking questions, keep exploring, and keep looking up at the stars, because you never know when the next cosmic wonder will reveal itself.